Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Vikings going up against the Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Fournette, a first down carry. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, scored that quickly again. It's probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. In motion, the tight end, Reed. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 5. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Detroit! Here we go now! Leopard!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. In motion left goes a tight end. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Marcel Reese taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry. So
the best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. As they run left side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now the fullback, Reese, this is where he excels. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video as you can get?
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Breeze. Buying time to his left. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 53 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. To throw, it's Breeze. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right on the 30-yard line.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Leopard, here we go now.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Leopard, back to Philly, here we go. Leopard.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Now let's go. Over. Watch it now. Leopard, here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. The kickoff to and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Oh, now he bowls him over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
On play action, now Breeze. Rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And here come the Redskins now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go. No. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down following the run.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99, set! Green, 39!
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Pistol. It's Fournette. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Big hold of the 30. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back to throw here. Room to run past midfield. And Reed with it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They run the counter now on first down. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Breeze. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From midfield, here's Breeze. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch it now, boy. Here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Broken tackle. Flush, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Everson Griffin in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. They still can't. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw is Breeze. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And the wideout in motion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Oh, fighting off the defender. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Room here to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A give to the fullback on the dive. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Breeze to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watching that body!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. Now back to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Looking long for his tight end read. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Sanders has it over the middle. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Back to throw, Breeze. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers, but the Cardinals were able to survive that game.
Yeah, you need a Larry Fitzgerald, which the Cardinals had, to trump an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, and they did so. But let's go back. 1982. Okay, don't say it. I know I'm the old guy here. But San Diego at Miami, one of the classic NFL games that was finally decided in overtime. Dan Fouts to Kellen Winslow, and the Chargers advance to the AFC Championship game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught on the right side, Reed. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Again, a run with Thompson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
And now out comes Minnesota. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get
15 yards. What can Breeze do now with his drive? Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. On play action, it's Breeze. Jones, it's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now a first down following that long gain. And the back goes into motion. Breeze now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now a play fake. Breeze. A swing pass caught. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Breeze going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to send us to double overtime. And Forbath will put this one through, and we are tied once again here in the overtime session. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
No, check, Patriot.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Green, 39. No, check, Patriot.
Back to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They'll toss it to Fournette, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Breeze now. Flush to his right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's a give to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it. And he's going to score! It's a touchdown! No flags, and in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest, they get to keep.
One thing, now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step.